Okay, my grasshoppers, on this next video analysis, I'm going to be talking about the common threads of the one-handed top spin backhand. I'm going to use as the main model Mr. Roger Federer, and next to him I'm going to show you a series of about 7 different guys, and for going with Stan Wawrinka to Tommy Haas, James Blake, Michael Usney, Richard Gasquet, all great one-handed backhands, and my assistant Roz as well. Now, this is a 2-part video. This first video I'm going to be talking about the preparation phase, and on the next one we're going to be talking about the stroke phase. Now, in the preparation phase, okay, do not take your racket back. There's the worst tip in the world to take your racket back right away, to drop it by your waist, with the head pointing down at the ground. Please do not do that. You must learn to turn your racket back with your shoulders. You don't take it back, you just turn your shoulders right there. Turn your shoulders, that's how your racket is slowly going to find its way, but it really hasn't gone back yet. It is still across your body. What I call it is turning your shoulders and maintaining the triangle. What I mean by the triangle is that where your hitting hand is right here, where your grip is, okay, in relationship to your shoulders. It is smack in the middle, right across from your sternum right there, slightly above your belly button, and that makes a triangle. If you watch Mr. Stan Wawrinka right there, same thing. You can draw the same triangle right there, and the hand right there, pretty much right across the middle of his body. So that's what you make. You make a shoulder turn right there, keeping the hand right across from you, above from your belly button, and that's the first move. So I'm going to go to a series of guys that have beautiful one-handed backhands. Tommy Haas right there. He's going to turn first. He's going to adjust his grip, but watch the turn right there. I'm going to stop. And watch where the hand is, right there, directly in the middle of his shoulders right there, which makes that triangle right there again. I'm going to show you Michael Usney. Now, a lot of these guys, some of them take the racket back a little higher than others, but still, the hand right now in the preparation is right there. Now, let's go to James Blake. And watch. His racket might be a little lower, and that's what I'm going to discuss in the next second right there, is where your racket should be. Let me tell you what, your racket head has to be, okay, above your hand. Now, how much above your hand it should be, that's different. You can see here, let me erase that stuff. You can see here that James Blake's hand is, this hand right there maybe is a little more, not as so far below than the racket head. It's easier to say, then the racket head here is much higher than the hand. So as long as the racket head is above your hand, you're okay. You don't have to go as high as Roger, but you can go as low, not much lower than James Blake right there, okay? So now, the only thing that you want to look at when you're when you're making your shoulder turn, everybody, is you must keep your arm right here has to be bent. Okay, and then your racket is up, so it makes like almost like a little J right there. It's bent, bent, and bent right there. If I go to Richard Gasquet right there, actually this is not the greatest view, but I can show you what I just talked about earlier right there. The triangle right there, boom, boom, is there. But let me show you Stan right there, how his arm is bent right here. You must keep the arm bent right there, and then the racket is up. And with Tommy Haas right there, when he's going to make that first turn in the triangle, the arm is bent right there with the racket up. So that's the first move that you're going to make. You're going to turn your shoulders. You're going to keep the head of the racket slightly above your hand with you hitting arm bent. Now, as far as the elbow, everybody, that elbow right there, some guys take it further up than others. You can see Roger a little low. Tommy maybe a little bit higher, and I think you have Michael Usney right there. Oops, sorry, let me put Roger back here and put Michael Usney. Let me see if I can find him again. Thank you very much. Where are you, Michael? There he is right there. You'll see he has his elbow way up there like a chicken wing right here. It doesn't really matter. As long as your left hand is on the throw of the racket, you're okay. All right, so let's go back to now the first move. We have the triangle going. Let me put Mr. Tommy Haas right there. Now, after that, I want to focus right now on the footwork, okay? Something very, very, very important happens, and I want you to watch Roger's feet, and I want you to watch Tommy Haas's left foot. That left leg is your last adjusting step, and that step is always out and parallel to the baseline, which is how you're going to shift your weight. You're going to shift your weight out. And then when you're going to step with the right leg, that's your weight transfer step. Make your left leg the last adjusting step by stepping out. Just like this 2-step volley demonstration I did earlier in one of my videos. But watch what he does right there. He's going to shift his weight out right there, boom, right parallel to the baseline right there. Watch how James does it. The last adjusting step is out before, and you can see in all of them right there that your foot now, your hitting foot is getting ready to shift the weight forward. So that foot is off the ground. Let's go back to Tommy Haas right there, and you will see how he's going to go out with the left leg, and that foot is elevated right there, ready to shift forward. And same thing with Stan is adjusting right there. So he's got his foot, he was running a little bit more, but he's got the weight on the back foot and his front foot coming forward. And let's go back to, let's say Richard Gasquet right here does it, but he's not really moving either. So you're going to see pretty much, but you see, watch how his left leg right there, oops, wrong tool, sorry about that. Let me erase that real quickly. And you can see how this leg goes out first, okay? He's going to shift his weight. He's going to step out, and then he's going to step in, okay? And then you're going to see the foot right there kind of waiting. You can see his right leg right there off of his toe. So that's the focus. It's so very, very important, very often overlooked, because sometimes you're thinking about your right leg too much and you're stepping in too soon, and that's why you need to shift your weight out first before you go in, okay? Before you step in with the right leg. Now, before we wrap up, the preparation phase is something that happens very, very, very important as well. With the footwork again, it's called the heel to toe weight transfer. So this is when the stroke begins, okay, everybody? The stroke will begin right about now. Right when the foot comes from back there, right when the foot touches down, watch, that's when the racket is going to drop right there, okay? But I'm going to talk about the stroke phase in the next video. Right now I'm still working the preparation phase, but I'm going to blend this part right here of the heel to toe weight transfer, because this happens right as the stroke phase begins. Watch, heel to toe weight transfer. That will help you shift your weight a lot easier, shift your momentum going forward. I'm going to show you here how Mr. James Blake does it right there. Boom, you can see the heel to toe right there. I'm going to show you how my assistant Roz does it right there. Watch how the weight is going to step in forward. You're going to shift your weight heel to toe. That's going to allow you to bend your leg and deliver your weight forward. So these are the first few things that happen, the common denominators, the common threads, I call them. Those are the things that all the pros do that you can do. You don't have to be an incredible tennis player to do those things, but you must do those common threads. So before I let you go, we're going to go over them really quickly, and then you can go to the next video, which is the video about the hitting phase. So first, let's put just Roger all by himself. First, you're going to try to just turn, keep the racket across your chest right there in the triangle. Try to step out with your left leg if you're right-handed, and getting ready to shift your weight forward. See, that's the step right. It comes from, what I like is this step comes from way back there, and he's going to be way out here. Then look at the length of that step. And he was able to do that. Why? Because all of his weight was on the back foot. And notice while he did this, look at the racket. It never really kept, it stayed across on his chest right there. And just about now, the racket starts to leave the body and goes behind, and that will be discussed in the next video tape analysis. So I hope you enjoyed the first part of the common thread of the one-handed topspin backhand. And if you have any questions, you can email me through the site, www.tennisoxygen.com, or through my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you one-handed topspin backhand gets better.